Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the third part of me being a detective in Nobody Wants to Die. Let's continue. पिछले वाले पार्ट आपको आई कार्ड में मिल जाएंगे. मज़ा आया था, ट्राई करना.
Let's get busy then.
Where do we start?
Since the Zeppelin crashing into the building right after Green's death is more than just a lucky break.
Lucky?
What do the
For
Greens
us,
case?
definitely not for them. You know exactly what I mean. Let's start with the connection between the Green case and the Icarus shooting.
ठीक है. What do the Greens case and shootout on Icarus have in common? Miller, technical plans, Agent Dean, Body X, fucking Dummer, toxicology, genes.
We have thousands of stronger leads.
Nah.
Thousands?
Well, pretty much any other evidence.
Any other? Really?
You know exactly what I mean. Now, just get to work.
Serpent symbol.
Only the date on Green's tree was carved long ago. The one on the safe was done yesterday.
Sarah, they must mean something.
The symbol on the tree and the safe, and again the date. One's fresh, the other was created a long time ago. What's the connection? Green's last letter, of course. Kovalev carried out the last will of a friend who went to his final death. Did he bid the world farewell himself? Is that what the symbol and the date mean? Uh, nah, गलत.
Sarah, you have access to the CTC registers.
Just checked. Kovalev's Zekarite never made it there, which means that this is another...
This is another final death. They both left this world, and they left behind quite a mess.
Do you think they managed to carry out the plan from Green's letter?
All we know is they gave their lives for it.
Could anyone here know Green and Kovalev were up to something?
Damned good question. Let's check. Despite what we saw in the Icarus reconstruction, Phalanx really does have quite a rep.
As the chief's trusted man, he must have known about Green's death.
Just what was he looking for here?
Miller मेरे
Are
हिसाब
you
से
sure?
नहीं.
Yes, roughly. Actually, let's look at it from a different angle.
Good idea.
Sarah,
Technical
can you check what
plans,
building
of
this is?
course.
How am I supposed to do that? This is just a small section. I need more to work with here.
He was making a deal for plans after an installation in some building. What's he need them for and which building? Ah.
Holy shit. So Dean was buying the blueprints for Green's apartment from Colette. And Colette didn't know about Green's death. And that order not to board Icarus. You think Dean was following the chief's orders?
We can't rule out that Dean was working for someone else.
Like who? And what the hell do Green's plans have to do with it?
Let's focus on the second question.
You think we missed something at Green's?
Everything points to that.
As long as everyone's focused on the riot now, the apartment should be empty.
Great. Let's finish what we started.
Diagnostics complete. Repair cost and fine $938.
अरे बाप रे.
Ah, fuck you! And don't wait for me with dinner. I'll be late. After our little nightly talk, I knew I wasn't alone in all this. Sarah may have been only a voice in my earpiece, but it was a voice of integrity and reason, which was what I needed at times.
I'm seeing
James,
no entry.
should I send you a sleeping bag? Get a move on. Turn on the camera. Stand back. The Fed secured the entrance.
Could you?
बच गया भाई
I'm
अभी.
on it.
You get excited when you do something illegal.
I'm in rehab, so don't tempt me.
I'd like to see your file.
I erased it. Good luck with that.
I have my ways.
Ready.
Green Tower. Back
Everything
to
ends where it begins.
You watch too many movies. So what are we looking for?
A red X.
Okay. Any ideas?
हैं? इतने आराम से कहाँ से मार्क ढूंढ लूँ भाई मार्क प्लेस? यहाँ पे वो मिला था. Department of Mortality. अबे ये सब क्या है भाई? इतने आराम से कहाँ से ढूंढ लूँगा?
Let's keep it simple.
Going from corner to
Ora.
corner isn't simple.
I don't know. I'm looking.
The fucking safe? Did they just clean it out?
Are you sure it's this safe?
See something else?
Nothing. Empty. Just like my account. Get out.
Can you check what they took?
You know, it's not like I didn't break the law this week, so I'll see.
Wait,
James,
it's not about the safe.
you just said the complete opposite.
I changed my mind.
They took everything out. What do you want us to do? X-ray it?
Great idea.
Why am I saying anything?
See? Cables lead somewhere.
Probably to the washing machine.
Over. There's some interference. Can you repeat?
Hello?
Yes?
Storm's coming. The electronics are freaking out.
Where do they lead?
What? What? To the electricity. Ugh, never mind.
Why such a large generator for such a small safe?
This isn't a generator.
You sound like an expert.
I was helping my cousin repair pneumatics like this. Tech from a mortal era. Rich people love automated shit in their homes. We still don't know what this device is for. Just keep looking. This box could lift several tons.
Maybe it's pumping gel into the roots. Although, it doesn't look connected.
क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? ये यहाँ से गया सीधे और फिर यहाँ पे टर्न लिया।
The wall is a meter from the safe. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe we're missing something. Safe?
I'll lock him up.
You're asking my opinion?
What next?
We have a card. Bingo! The first rich dude's secret wall safe of my career.
You should be a thief.
I'm building my resume.
Nice to see you develop.
Hey, fuck you. This was my idea. Don't push it.
इतने गंदे हाथ हैं भाई इस आदमी के। ओ
James, what is happening?
Sarah? Oh, fuck.
बंद हो गया भाई
So
वो।
green at a private dungeon. And perhaps it holds his stamp collection. Another victim. Just more questions. Brian Theodore Coven. What are you doing here? If it wasn't for his donations, orphanages in the city would disappear. Formal dress. A meeting? With the murderer? With Green? Let's check where you came from, Coven.
चलो लेट्स गो अब। सॉरी डाउन whatever।
What?
अबे यार
Fuck!
भाई ये बकचोदी क्यों करी इसने?
Making a mess. Get your act together. Don't you already know who the murderer is?
James?
I tried to, you know.
अब उठ जा भाई।
Are you there?
Sarah?
James, I thought you had joined the noble ranks of the dead.
How do you... Who... Where are you?
Why don't we start with where you are?
What is this place? What happened here?
Well, I have bad news. You're late for the party.
crushed by a chandelier. Fancy way to go.
Perfect for the upper class.
The governor. Sans pants. Prestigious guest list. Chris Everson. Even my idiot neighbor has a bumper sticker. Wonder what he thinks about him in the law now. He was standing under it. I'll pick him up and find out who it is.
ये कौन है?
Anna Turner. Used to be a sports writer. We had some interesting interviews when my team was winning. Then she got into politics and became editor of the whole paper. You had your last deadline. Maybe I can lift the chandelier. The fire upstairs must have damaged the wires. Okay. Why did he fall? And where's the killer? Shot. Needs a closer look. The Emperor of Screens. Make that God. There's no movie studio that doesn't kiss his ring. Or maybe a little lower.
He influences more people than you think.
What is this? Everybody lies?
They learn to live a lie.
Okay, what happened here? Where's the damn killer? How did they die?
Losing your nerve?
Never mind. He was standing here before the chandelier fell on his head.
ये भी गोलियां चला रहा था, बहुत बढ़िया.
Who brings a gun to a fancy party?
Fucking lack of culture.
8mm. Were you sitting here with a loaded gun?
Think twice before inviting a paranoia case.
A shootout started. You probably didn't consider that. You didn't shoot that fucking thing down on your own head.
Are you sure?
He shot the killer. Was that... How are you feeling?
Better every minute.
He aimed toward the piano. Weird. The trail ends here. Lots of glass under your feet and nothing around. The killer had plenty of time to cover all traces. Like you got hit by a truck? Blagojevich. Journalistic scum. Why so much glass?
Any complaints?
Fuck no. Glass, you, blood. Every piece brings me closer to you.
How did he die? You villain.
He could have believed it all.
What if he hated him?
As if he flew over the barrier? It's not everything. Gotta be more. Blagojevich. What do they have to pay him to take all the public's hate? So that was his spot. Shoe print. Maybe he ran? Where was the killer? Shit. Not enough data. I still don't know what this asshole was doing. Did you run away? Why in this direction? Doesn't make sense. Looks too rich for my blood.
क्या करना है इसका?
A broken bottle? Did you chase the guy with it? I can respect that. Where were you sitting? Maybe the glass shards will show me. Bingo. So you were sitting here. Attacked, even though bullets were flying everywhere. What made you do that? That's where you were hiding. Fucking wiring. You've had your chance. No need to run across the middle of it all.
Well, better to do something than nothing at all in a situation like that. Although, as you can see, this is no guarantee of success.
And he was done running. He fell limply. Maybe he died in flight. Yet something or someone stopped him. He shot at Blagojevich. Low. Maybe Blagojevich saw Cadis and liked both their odds better. Did you feel a cold sweat on your back?
It would take more than that.
Right. You were lucky with that chandelier shot anyway. What the... Did you do this?
Someone's being paranoid here. It's just fucking wiring.
Which gets in the way of my work. Need more light.
Who's Sarah?
What?
You mumbled her name when you were lying on the ground.
Don't know. I was delirious.
Misery loves company. Especially in the
High voltage. Must be powering something big. Let's see what happens when we connect this contraption. What is this? Couldn't he just keep his skeletons in the regular closet like the rest of us? know where the damn glass came from. I thought nothing could surprise me today. Are these the ones I saw in holograms? Let's start with the photos.
ये है कौन?
I don't know you. They slaughtered him and bled him for fun. Is it an Icarite? No. It's impossible. It must be some kind of imitation.
Are you sure?
It's time for pictures of your friend. Senator Patricia Terrence. Oh, this is rich. They've been trying to make her out to be a terrorist for decades because she wanted to change the world. It turns out that they're all on one payroll. The wound looks burnt. Someone was shooting at close range? Blood trail. And anything else?
Nope.
How did it all start? Was she the one who murdered him? Let's start with who the hell that guy is.
You know that by solving this case, you're helping cover it up.
Aren't you tired of these games? What's your point?
I want to help you.
Sure, because you're such a noble guy, right?
On Icarus, you stood on the right side. I thought you might be worth the risk.
How fucking kind of you.
Who is this guy on the bed?
Drake Starr. I thought he was using a different body. The actor and the senator's husband. They've always been inseparable. He looks like a victim, but I wouldn't go all in on that.
There can be ecstasy in death.
It's, an expensive fetish. .9mm, same assailant. Looks like the victim bled out before he got shot. Maybe the killer lost his shit. Lots of moving targets. He had to be in a rush. He could have left additional bullet marks. That kind of trail could help me figure out where he was. It went straight through. Another casualty of your sick shit.
Imitation made from eco marble.
I admire all forms of art, especially when it helps to establish a shooting position.
अबे इसी पे गोली मार दी भाई उनने.
Who are you?
यहाँ खड़ा था.
Aspiring liaison. How am I doing? Am I as good as that Sarah of yours?
Suddenly a shooter appears and takes out our star. Looks like he almost bled out before you shot him.
Are you suggesting there was more than one killer?
Unlike the rest, this one was murdered voluntarily. However fucked up that sounds.
भाई क्या मस्त फिल्मी स्टाइल में आया वो.
Different blood types.
Presumably, the senator had a pleasurable time with Drake.
Before you got her, she was bleeding like hell. The senator used them as a shield. She gets hit and plays dead. Smart move.
सॉरी गाइज, अभी मेरे को थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो रहा है कि वो चैनल चला ना जाए, तो मैं इसलिए शायद दिखा नहीं रहा हूँ.
Was she trying to escape?
Okay, she tried to escape.
Ritual toy. Sharp. The senator must have held it. Drake's blood. And maybe yours too?
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine.
She was always ready to fight. That's why people believed in her. Drake had type O negative blood. This is a different type. She surprised you? A ton of lead and burned skin. They had to struggle, but he had the upper hand. A 9mm beats a piece of steel. She crawled away. Didn't you notice? Something else get your attention? She almost gets you.
I guess you're on her side.
I can tell you that if she got you, she'd have my vote. Broken ribs. You crushed her when you fell on her, and she still didn't give up.
You underestimate me.
At least I understand the low position you shot Blagojevich from. And remember, Kata's shot in this direction. Good to know that not everything goes your way.
It's going great. Trust me.
So you scurried away like a cockroach.
रुक जाओ, मैं आ काहे में गया हूँ? अच्छा.
Same weapon? Yeah, 9mm. And empty. You were shooting blindly at Cadus. A bullet from a revolver. Probably Cadus's. I wonder how that got here. They almost got you. You had to find a way. And you did. Real fancy.
एक सेकंड, तो अभी करना क्या है? What was the killer doing? ये भी नहीं करना। अभी आया ना पूरा डाटा अपने पास।
You were lucky as fuck.
Don't underestimate me.
I wouldn't dare. How long have you been planning to kill that chandelier? Lucky. But respect where it's due. Also a really good shot. You made it. But I'd like to see your face after that. Your real face. Covered in blood and drool, twisted in fear.
Think it was any different than yours when you came in here?
You're always watching me, aren't you? Monitoring? You watching me with cameras? The holograms. Somehow they were recorded. These holograms must be stored somewhere. There must be some tapes here. But where?
मॉनिटरिंग सेंटर। ओके, लेकिन कहाँ?
Let's see where you take me. Another. This must be a dead end. Cables run deeper.
अरे यार ये फिर से इसको।
Fuck. Not now. It's so close. So, Mount Olympus comes with a pocket Hades, a frozen hell where people pay the price for the gods' eternal hangover. youngest bodies possible. No certificates. Fucking Icarite transmitter.
You want to try it out?
Fuck you. I'm not like them. E.g. We go back to the beginning. Edward Green. What did you have on him?
Look around. Do you really think anyone would need more than what you see?
ये
I
कौन है?
recognize this body. It should belong to an actor with his throat slit. Icarite in this one? Age 21. There's some unknown kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body?
They're all at the first subscription age. If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But Icarites, why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21, of course.
Motherfuckers. Green was probably using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you. You have your 5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may disappoint you.
Wait, what? This is Green. Senator. Attacking his back. He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it? How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job. I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little slum secretary, Sarah Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah?
भाई ये तो
You there? Fuck. I've restored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting.
भाई ये तो पूरा का पूरा ने सीन ही बदल दिया एकदम से.
I'm just wondering, since you saw what Green's guests were capable of, will you trap their souls in rotting bodies?
Fuck you.
Or will you let them return to Olympus like nothing happened?
What did you do to her?
भाई उसको बचाना तो इम्पोर्टेंट है भाई, जल्दी चलो.
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here.
Yes.
And the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
क्या करूं? क्या करूं? क्या करूं? क्या करूं?
I'm
Leave it
not
open.
Green. You can't buy me.
पर इससे तो अपन पकड़ा जाएंगे ना यार. पर लेकिन भाई वो उनको पकड़ना भी जरूरी है भाई.
The silence in my earpiece was even more overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah.
भाई उसकी तो जरूरत है भाई.
Sarah, I let myself be tricked like this.
भाई फुल
idiot. If someone says that, they're fucking with you. Remember that already.
चलो क्या हुआ है देखें. Slum.
I knew more or less where she lived, but not how she lived. I would say below poverty line. If not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her. Oh, they even have a bar here. Focus, James. The question is, what are my taxes being spent on? Sarah needs electricity, and lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see.
चलो चलो चलो.
These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here? It doesn't seem connected to the net. Damn it! Electric current powers up the antenna. It must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. She stayed right here with her people. No one else did.
एंटेना कहाँ गया ये रहा?
One of the cables draws the most of it. Here. I hope I'm not too late. Sarah?
भाई प्लीज मिल जाए बस वो.
The murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose. What is this place?
Go away. बात तेरी मान. भाई उसको कुछ मत करना बस. बच गया. भाई ये हॉरर गेम कब बन गया यार? खाली खाली शिट. एक तो ये बहन का लड़ा फिजिकली फिट है नहीं और ऊपर से यहाँ आ गया ये डिटेक्टिव बनने साला पुलिस में. भाई इसने मेरे लिए सेटअप कर रखा है यहाँ पे. ओह शिट.
What the hell?
अरे 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 अरे.
thought I'd be an easy target?
Police! Don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever after.
What do you really want?
For you to realize
you're making a huge
mistake.
What have you done to her? Talk!
Drop your weapon and get out. I'm counting to 3. 1!
Let's settle this one-on-one!
भाई मुझे ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है जो ये सहरा ही है भाई.
James, can you hear me?
What the fuck?
Okay. Cool it now. It's me, Sarah. We're good. Just relax.
Sarah, you look like shit.
Yeah, back at ya. You're goddamn lucky I missed. I thought some junkie broke into my house. I'm almost finished stitching you up.
Could you almost finish faster?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me. Ow. Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking, too. Someone's fallen into bad company here.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
You're in your 30s, right?
29.
My bad.
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Kara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
Just spill it already.
Fine. You want it? Here it is. I rented my body on the black market.
You, the body department liaison.
Oh, look who's holier than fuck.
सब टीम डाम कर रखा है भाई इसने तो खतरनाक.
What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. one night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. And back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. And instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
You sound like nobody was looking after you.
You're on your own fast in the slums, because you can either afford children, or you can afford new bodies. Not both. I was ahead of my family by the time I was 15.
How did you do it?
We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging. For normal people, it's a portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Your sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. First subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back.
That's bad. What am I missing?
After a month, her subscription expired. And we were broke, and there was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank, and the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out, no matter what it takes. You get it now?
Oh, fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
हाँ भाई, इसकी तो ज़रूरत है भाई, जल्दी चलो। बेडरूम में कहाँ पे? Oh wow, too bright. अच्छा, वहाँ जाना है।
What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
Bottoms up. To past. Now it slips through your fucking fingers like sand.
And to your optimism, your most charming trait.
What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Have you thought about what would happen to the baby?
I know I'll never see it. Won't be mine. Theoretically. But it'll have a better shot than 99% of the people in this shit world. And thinking about that gives me a warm feeling.
All right. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? The current model.
They said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
We can scan the shell and check.
There's no need, really. Let's not.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
It's not sleep when you're in the bank. It's nothingness. You don't feel anything.
Like transferring in CTC? I remember what you said.
And you remember that I'd still choose the bank?
James, I have to save her! Fuck. You understand?
I can't
Fight for her.
tell good from bad. Especially in this fucked up world. But if something, someone matters to you, you fight. Screw the cost.
Well, thanks. I guess.
Do you know what I'd give to see Rachel again? Fucking anything.
Thanks for being straight with me.
Dress your finger.
I can handle it.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
I had a bit of a head start thanks to my sports career, but it didn't come out of nowhere either. From a previous life. I earned it.
You must have had a hard time.
This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
But not so easy with me, right?
Would you rather end up reconstructing the Icarite?
They probably wouldn't bother trying to save me at this point. Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never gonna be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Wanna get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
Then how about we get revenge on this whole sick fucking system?
Like that's possible.
What if it was?
Wait, what kind of bullshit is that? Are you accusing me of something?
Just curious. Sarah, I get the feeling you're not telling me something.
I suppose it'll come out sooner or later. It's about Jane Salma.
What about her? New evidence?
You could say that. She has my body.
Oh
What?
shit.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Are you fucking nuts?
I'm risking everything for you, shithead. Do you understand that? The whole world doesn't revolve around you.
I don't think the whole world.
So trust me, like I trusted you.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question. A basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you, I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start?
I wish it was true.
Believe me, so do I. But there just isn't any evidence for it. James, I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload.
If any of them controlled him, they probably wouldn't get killed.
And locked away. Good point.
Erosion of consciousness. Never heard of something like that.
Neither did I. But that means he was weaker than we thought.
Green feared losing control of his actions. Salma called it erosion of consciousness. But Green obviously meant something more. Could his condition be used against him? Green's plans? Nay.
Maybe there is something that has a negative effect, like synchro tests only in reverse.
Green had trouble controlling his behavior. What could have driven him?
Maybe there is something that has a negative effect, like synchro tests only in reverse. There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece.
What was the point of a plot that linked Green's case to the Icarus shooting?
No, sorry. I don't buy it.
This happened at Green's place, but it's much bigger than that.
Possible. Any ideas?
Despite the circumstances, these bigwigs were probably crisis management. Why take them out of the game? Nah. TV people. Nah. Icarus Lounge, More major players scheming for power and money at the expense of the little people. Why did Green get them all killed? Green's plans.
You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. Okay, Whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least three possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. I think we need to focus.
I am fucking focused.
Puppet Master. Changing of guard the situation created a political vacuum. Perfect. Puppet Master.
Once the king is knocked down, the game's usually over.
Someone's getting better at game metaphors.
More than 300 years of accumulated power and plotting.
No one else could bear it.
Green was the last
Shadow.
person who could stop the spreading chaos.
I wonder if his death was a crime of passion, or if it was planned.
Killing Green was the last straw to destabilize this town, but why now, in the middle of everything, instead of pulling the strings to the bitter end? नहीं, of course. मेरे हिसाब से ये भी नहीं. ये होना चाहिए.
I don't buy it. James, we're drifting.
Taking a circuitous route to our goal.
अब मैं कुछ अच्छा सोच रहा हूँ यार.
How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
And you? Why'd you become a cop?
Work well under pressure, resistant to stress, ability to assess situations quickly. Only the commander instead of a coach, and the field's a bit bigger.
And that's all?
I believed in justice. And shit like that.
But you don't anymore?
Come on, grow up. Who asks questions like that? Especially after all the shit we've seen. Okay, let's try to draw some conclusions. It all comes down to one question. Could Green really be a puppet?
I thought so, but the more I watch the Red Room and foyer footage, the more I doubt it. Green, the way he gestures and talks to himself, he looks crazy.
Talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy.
You know what I mean, when he's waving his arms and hurting himself. But I have no idea what taking over a body would look like. Fuck, I don't know. Which one of them was behind this? Green or the killer?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
मेरे हिसाब से murderer.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. The trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro, after all.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.
Oh, I think I have something. 2 weeks. No, shit. I was wrong. Forget it.
Sarah, rewind.
No, you can't touch your own case, or reconstruct it, or explain it. You can't defend yourself.
I'm the only one who can.
Oh, the fucking savior of the world. Can't you let go just this once?
You know the answer.
Damn you. Hang on.
I have to... What's this?
A new earpiece. This one shouldn't be so easy to spot.
Ah, thanks.
तो दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.